how I made my OC into something real. So essentially, I made them into a physical paper doll. So basically, what you see on screen right now, it's just a little fella that exists in the world. Okay, so first off, I basically started with a base for the doll itself, so that you can start putting everything together. It's mostly like drawing and layering pieces of paper together. And so usually I would have these like certain layers above others, and so you slowly build from there. Usually I would start off with the hair so that I can get the eyes down, and then you just go from there and then start putting stuff that your OC has, like pants and shoes, stuff like that. So eventually you'll build up separate layers for each sort of thing, and make sure you label them, because things get very, very confusing fast if you have a lot of separation and like stuff. So essentially, after finishing like drawing the doll itself, I would then make a new canvas, copy and paste the original folder with everything to the new canvas, and then start dissecting everything so that it could be printed out and then cut. I would recommend, if you were to do this, to sort of have little blobs of colors around the things that you drew if you're using a cutter. But if you're just cutting by hand, good luck to you, because with the cutter sometimes it would leave like white edges when it cuts, and so it's very noticeable if you're cutting on especially darker colors like this, the hair. But if you're going by hand, yeah, I think you'd cut it out, maybe, possibly. Alright, so after I finish separating, I turn the background layer to transparent, and then I go to my cutting software. So I use Silhouette, specifically the Silhouette 3. And so then I would open the file up. So let me just grab it real quick. Okay, so like this. Click on it. Use the centering button up at the top, center the page. Check all the stuff. Put on registration, and then usually if you want more space, you can inset it so that you get more space. Make the thickness thicker if you need to, or the length shorter or longer. But I just leave everything at default because that's how specifically my cutter works for some reason. But that's a whole problem in itself. After that, just print. Okay, so after setting up everything, then I'll click print, and for the paper I use Astrobrights cardstock paper in white. I print on the settings of just regular plain 8.5 by 11 paper with the color on high, and then you just go from there. Okay, so this is just a quick time lapse of the cutting machine just cutting out the little shapes, and eventually they'll be done and they'll just pop right out. So then I start using permanent glue tape here, which I bought from DAISO. Very affordable and very useful for this sort of task. And I also have a picture of the full reference off to the side so I can see where everything is placed. So yeah, that's how I made this little guy right here, and that's it. I hope to see you again someday, somehow, somewhere, I don't know, but yeah, bye.